Hello everyone, we are live from the Riki Raceway for the Quebec-Cite 90. It's the start of the Blue-Emu Offline Stock Cup Series Season 2 round of 12 here for the chase. And we are ready for another 40 laps around this 2.25 super speedway up in Quebec. And now let's take a look through your starting lineup. On row 1 and on pole, it's a pair of pole position racing Toyotas in the 37 X-Side Toyota Camry of Azul Cielo and the number 15 Visine Toyota Camry of Nelson Reeves, who just sneaked into the round of 12 by 1 point. In row 2, we have Tari Lowell subbing in for Devon Fair in the 14 and Anderson Reed. Then in row 3, we have the 34 of Ryan Keith and then another chaser and the 17 of Josh King. Row 4 sees Bailey Pendergast and Haitaka Kitsune, who will be subbing in for Arthur Xavier for the remainder of the season. And rounding out the top 10 is the 27 of Nathan Smith and the 60 of Jackson Maine. Row 6 is a pair of chasers in Rafik Razana and Nottingham Scott. Row 7 is the 70 of Kevin Hulkenberg and the 19 of Jackson Kelsey. Row 8 is a pair of Chevys in David Dixon and Derek Hamill. And row 9 sees the 25 of Riley Wilkin, who is in the round of 12, and the 11 of Ryan Benjamin, with Tim Pitch, one of our 12 remaining chasers, and Roberto Crown Jr. rounding out the top 20. Behind them in row 11, it's the 74 of Blake Inaki and the 75 of Tommy Rollo, followed by Felix Jansen and Nijiki Kazami in row 12. Row 13 is the 35 of Leland Hill and the 54 of Theo Spletzer, a pair of chasers. A pair of Toyotas. Then in row 14 is Logan Williams and Patrick Starr, but Starr will be heading to the rear for failing post-qualifying tech. And rounding out the top 30 is the 76 of Noah Clifton, who is in the chase, and the 89 of John McFadden. Row 16 is Neo Stark and Wyatt Qualley, one of the chasers. Then it's the 45 of Ryan Llewellyn and the 55 of Zachary DeLello, a pair of Toyotas. Then in row 18, we see Adam Mitchell and Renan Issip, who is in the chase. Row 19 is another chaser in the 85 of Vincent David. He is the lowest starting of the 12 remaining chasers, and the 50 of Seishin Tomioka. And rounding out the top 40 would have been Evan Hunter and Chrissy Spletzer, but Spletzer is going to the rear for failing post-qualifying tech. And then rounding out the field will be Wyatt Floor making his first start in Season 1 after 29 straight DNQs, and John Davis. So it's going to be 40 laps here around Riki Raceway. We already raced here toward the end of the regular season, but this will come on as a late replacement for Coca-Cola Super Speedway, as that is not the start that 37 team needed. Azul Cielo is starting from pole, but will have to manage a fuel leak on the 37, which means that he's going to be likely to pit here after the first few laps have been done. That's definitely going to be an unfortunate start. So the 37's not going to be up to the same speed as the cars around him. Hopefully he'll be able to get out of the way without causing any major incidents. But anyway, the pace car has pulled off. We are ready for 40 laps here at Riki Raceway. The green flag flies here, and we are racing in the Quebec-Cite 90. Despite the problems, Cielo definitely got the jump there on Nelson Reeves as they head down into turn 1. And it is Cielo who's pulled ahead, at least for now. He's going to have Tari Lowell and Ryan Keith, who narrowly missed winning the first race here, all over him, as Tommy Rollo scrapes the wall there, exiting turn 2. That was a trouble spot we saw in the first race. So it'll be definitely a spot to watch, as they're going to go 3 wide further back. That's Nelson Reeves, Bailey Pendergast, and Nathan Smith. Are they going to make it 4 wide as Cielo pulls off into the pit? They are going to make it 4 wide. Just briefly there, Razana got his nose in, and they made it work, as Ryan Keith is going to lead the first lap here at Riki. Keith, who is in the Season 2 chase, if he wins here at Riki, he locks himself into the next round. No matter what happens in the remaining 2 races at Talladega, Bailey Pendergast sitting right behind him. He's also in this chase looking for a win. Then it's Tari Lowell, Nelson Reeves, Nathan Smith, the top 5, as Pendergast dives to the inside through 3 and 4. He's almost certainly going to get this lead here. Yes, he will. Bailey Pendergast into the race lead. Nathan Smith now chasing after him with help from Rafik Razana and Nottingham Scott, 2 more chasers who are joining the fray here of this 12. And it looks like that Pendergast's going to throw a block here on Smith, but the 27, he's got his nose in there, and Nathan Smith is going to go into the race lead as Cielo's still on pit road. And a bit of contact there. You see Riley Wilkin managing to save it. As now I think Rizana is going to maybe look for a move here into 3 and 4. He's moved Smith into the middle line as Pendergast is on the high line. And yes, Rafik Rizana into the race lead here at Riki. It's one car scraping across the wall. I think that was Kitsune or Maine, as now Nonigan Scott going to maybe look for the lead here. Rizana going to try to block though. Does Rizana have the edge? I think Scott's got him moved up into the middle, and I think that off turn 2 here as Pendergast slaps the wall. Josh King getting out of shape there. I think Nottingham Scott's going to be able to get the lead here, heading into 3 and 4. And sure enough, Nottingham Scott into the race lead, but he has the 71 of David Dixon all over him. Dixon hasn't attempted any races since folding his cell phone Southern Cross Racing Team 71 entry. And now he goes up into the lead here at Riki. As Riley Wilkin now sitting behind the 71, another chaser behind him and Tim Pitch. Pitch was leading, scored the most points through the round of 16 out of any of the 16 chasers. As now Scott bounces off the wall and Nelson Reeves around and we're wrecking. Josh King, Nelson Reeves, Nottingham Scott, chasers involved. As the yellow is out, we're going to race it back to the line. Riley Wilkin goes to the lead, but Tim Pitch, can he make a move? He's going to have help from Blake Inaki and Leland Hill, and he has the inside line. That is the preferred line around here at Riki, but coming to the line, it's going to be Wilkin leading them back. As that is disaster for Scott and Wilkin. Chasers. Josh King, who got taken out in an incident at the first Riki race, he is in it. So, like we said, turn 2 was going to be the problem area as cars bounce off the wall and rebound. And Nelson Reeves has been tagged, sends around King, Scott involved in it. And it's just a scramble to avoid, and Scott hit hard. He goes over. Terrific hit for Nottingham Scott. Let's hope he's okay. Bunch of other cars involved in this. See, there's Kazami, Llewellyn, Hulkenberg, Hunter, Tomioka, Chrissy Spletzer. Oh, King gave Stark a shot there at the end. But the 86 of Nottingham Scott, I think, definitely bore the brunt of that incident. Let's watch on board the 86 here. Just scrapes the wall, and then he made contact with Reeves, and then yeah, you see everyone trying to avoid. They just pile in. You see, there's also Derek Hamill involved, another chaser. See who else is here? Tomioka, Davis, Crown, and then Reeves kind of plows in there, and then King plows into Stark at the end. So quite a few cars torn up in that. And there are a few chasers in that as well. So this is definitely not going to be the way that they wanted their chases to start, or at least their round of 12 to start. As remember, we have a points reset between each round. But yeah, caution out here, lap 6 for big incident down the back straight. I'm going to bring you when we head back to the action here from Riki. So we are back here at Riki, and that definitely was a big crash. We only have 26 cars in this race, well 27 if you count Azul Cielo. But yeah, a lot of cars taken out in that, but Cielo's still on pit road, so we only have 26 cars out on the track as they make their way down the back straight. And it's a laundry list of drivers out after that. Theo Spletzer, Kazami, Keith, Rollo, Crown, Hamill, Scott, Reeves, King, Stark, Llewellyn, Chrissy Spletzer, Tomioka, Davis, and Evan Hunter all out. So Reeves, Scott, Hamill, and Keith, all chasers and all out here at Riki. But it's going to be 2 chasers that will be leading them to the green, Riley Wilkin and Tim Pitch. And then Blake Inaki, Leland Hill, and David Dixon will be rounding out the top 5. Then Rizana, Reed, Clifton, David, who's come all the way up from the rear, and Nathan Smith will lead them to the green. As the pace cars pulled off, we now begin the run down to the start-finish line, and the green flag is flying here. We are back racing at Riki, lap 10 of 40. And it's a good start for Wilkin, as a few cars jumping down to the inside there. You see there's Leland Hill and Anderson Reed, and Keith and Pitcher are going to have plenty of time to react and move down to that inside as well. Tim Pitch looking to cement his spot in the round of 8. So is Riley Wilkin. A few other guys up here looking for their first career wins. Leland Hill is one of them. He currently sits third and is moved to the inside line. He's going to try to get by Tim Pitch here. He will. Question is, can he get a good enough run to maybe make a move out Wilkin? He is. And now Leland Hill challenging Riley Wilkin for this race lead. As heading through the tri-oval, looks like that Leland Hill's going to have the advantage as they head into turn 1. Leland Hill into the race lead. But he's immediately going to come under threat from Anderson Reed. That's Vincent David scraping across the wall through turn 2. He emerges back cleanly. Hill now under attack from Anderson Reed, who lost out on a win at Darlington to Ryan Keith, as now Reed goes to the lead, but he has Rafiq Rizana and Logan Williams behind. Logan Williams was the only Logan Sport driver last season to not score a victory, and this season none of the Logan Sport drivers have won yet this season. So Logan Williams trying to be the first as Rizana goes to the lead, but he's immediately going to have Logan Williams all over him, as there's also David Dixon, Blake Inaki, and Jackson Main up here on that inside line. So I head down the back straight. Williams with a good run, but Dixon with a pretty good run also behind him. And I think Dixon's going to move him out of the groove and try to take back this race lead. As I head toward the tri-oval, David Dixon trying to take back the lead that he lost, as Blake Inaki, Jackson Main, Leland Hill, Nathan Smith all also sit on that inside line. Dixon back to the lead, as Rizana scraping across the wall now through turn 2. And he rejoins cleanly. So it is the lead currently for David Dixon, but Blake Inaki's got that inside line, and Jackson Main looks pretty hungry behind him. And then there's also plenty of cars behind him. Wyatt Floor up here in this front pack. This is his first race so far in Season 2. Has attempted all 30 races we've ran, but this is the only one he's actually been able to make. As now Jackson Main challenging Blake Inaki for the lead, and Main goes to the point. But immediately he's moved out of the groove, as here comes Leland Hill. A lot of rapid-fire lead changes here. So far, Riki has Wyatt Qualley getting all out of shape. As they head down the back straight, he saves it. And Leland Hill goes to the lead. But now he has Nathan Smith and Tim Pitch to contend with, as Wyatt Floor is putting together an absolutely amazing run to get that Geico 88 Supra up here in this top 10. So we're rapidly approaching the halfway point. Nathan Smith goes to the point here. He was in contention to potentially take a victory here at the first race at Riki until Nelson Reeves took out a few other cars, including Holyoke in that incident, that earned him a 5-race probation. Reeves involved in that first incident, of course, that took out a decent amount of cars in this race, and now Smith running up here, but he's going to be challenged by the John McFadden Racing duo of Tim Pitch and Wyatt Qualley, as that's going to put Pitch back into the lead, but Qualley, of course, wants to punch his ticket into the round of 8, so he's going to try to go for the lead here on his teammate. Noah Clifton also up here. He's been pretty quiet. Wyatt Floor, he's moved his way all the way from the last row of the grid up here to the front, and now Wyatt Floor, the man who's D&Q'd every race until now, he's going to go for the race lead as Jansen and Ganaki get all of his shape as they're trying to avoid Tim Pitch, who bounced off the wall. They all managed to keep it clean as Wyatt Floor to the lead. As no, they didn't. Ganaki around, and there's another crash. As coming back to the line, we're going to race it back. As this coming back is Wyatt Floor going to lead them to the line. Clifton challenging, but Floor leads them back. as another incident here. And there's a lot of front runners taken out in that. And even more chasers is the key thing. So what has happened here? It looked like that they kept it all clean, and then Ganaki pulled something that looked very similar to what Nelson Reeves did. Just got onto the banking and then got all out of shape. Yeah, you see he got loose and went straight up into Logan Williams, who saved it but collects pitch, Razana, Smith, and of course himself. Looks like that no one else got involved in that. Hopefully no one hit these two while they were merging up. No, does not look so. But that is big damage on the 27 of Nathan Smith. More bad luck at Riki for him. Tim Pitch doesn't look as badly damaged, but still that's going to hamper him. Blake Inaki there and Rafiq Razana too. And more chaos here at Riki, as we're not even halfway through. We're on lap 17 of 40, but we'll come back to the action here at Riki. Another caution is going to potentially put more chasers out of this race. So we are ready to head back green here. We're going to see the green lap 21, and only one car out, Nathan Smith, who definitely had quite a bit of damage on his Camping World 27. He is the only car out after that incident. And leading them to green will be Wyatt Floor. He has 2 career BOSC wins to his name, but has had an absolutely abysmal Season 2 campaign so far. But he'll be leading them to green ahead of fellow Toyota Noah Clifton, then Bailey Pendergast, Wyatt Qualley, and Felix Jansen, the top 5, followed by Hill, Main, Wilkin, McFadden, and DeLello. The green flag is waving here. We are back racing here at Riki with 20 to go. Green flag back out. And immediately, of course, like the last restart, some cars jumping to the inside. We see Qualley, Hill, and DeLello there. The cars in the top 10, and Jansen already getting moved up to the high line as Wyatt Floor absolutely aced that restart. Noah Clifton not able to challenge him through turns 1 and 2 as we head onto the back straight. And it is Wyatt Floor who is holding this race lead. Leland Hill has hooked up with Riley Wilkin there on the inside. They're going to try to make a run here. Noah Clifton blocks. He's going to try to hang on to this second place. Maybe get a run here on Wyatt Floor. Floor is going to stay ahead of Clifton, but Clifton's going to jump down with Leland Hill. Floor's going to lead the lap, but Noah Clifton with a full head of steam. And it looks like that Clifton's going to be taking this lead. He will. The 76 of Noah Clifton into the race lead. As now he immediately gets moved out of the groove. And Leland Hill, who's held this lead a few times tonight so far, he's going to take the race lead now. Hill now has Wilkin to contend with as he's going to move up to pick up Clifton, but that's going to open the door for Riley Wilkin, who's won on a lot of short tracks this season. He now finds himself up front here at Riki, but now has John McFadden, Bailey Pendergast, Zachary DeLello, Anderson Reed on that inside line. John McFadden has had a pretty mediocre Season 2 so far, but now he's potentially looking to capitalize, maybe pick up a race win as Wilkin bounces off the wall. We all keep it clean. John McFadden, the race leader, but here comes Bailey Pendergast. He is still hunting for his first career win, has lost out multiple times so far this season, and it looks like that he's going to get shuffled out as Zachary DeLello is going to go to the race lead, potentially. DeLello was the car to beat at Richmond, but then lost out the lead to Riley Wilkin and ended up finishing second. Anderson Reed also up here, a driver who lost out on a win. He could have won at Darlington, but that win ended up going to Ryan Keith. DeLello blocks Reed as Reed goes high. Now he goes low. He's going to pick up Vincent David, who's moved his way all the way up from the rear. David started about 40th, and now Vincent David is up here battling for this race lead. As Pendergast grazes the wall, Anderson Reed now has the decent advantage, but if you know plate racing, these type of leads don't last for long, as Vincent David going to go up to block Zachary DeLello, That's going to open the inside line for Wyatt Floor's teammate and team owner, Ryan Benjamin, in the 11. And now Benjamin's going to move up into second, but he gets moved out of the inside line. That's now going to give the inside line to Jackson Main. The inside is where you want to be if you're going to try to make a move here. As Main's going to go to second, and there's a lot of 3 wide action behind them. A few cars in the wall. Vincent David, though, Main one, and bit of contact there between him and Zachary DeLello. Jackson Main's now pulled out clear into second. He's now focusing primarily on hunting down that Wawa 57 of Anderson Reed. As Felix Jansen moves into third, Wyatt Qualley into fourth, Haitaka Kitsune and her BOSC debut, she's inside this top 5 as well. As Maine has really been closing in on Anderson Reed, but he's going to need to make this move quickly as this pack is really rapidly approaching. Felix Jansen leading this pack, but it looks like that Qualley's going to try to make a move. Maybe not, as Kitsune is now going to move to the inside as well. There's also Jackson Kelsey, Logan Williams, who got tangled up in that incident with Blake Inaki, and Tari Lowell all up here. As Jackson Main goes to the race lead, but Felix Jansen's right there. Jansen still searching for his first career BOSC victory. He's been racing since Pikes Peak in Season 1, but is still not won in the BOSC. He's going to dive to the inside with help from Qualley and Kitsune. And Felix Jansen, the Icelandic, who lost out on a round of 12 spot by 1 point, he goes into the lead, but now has Wyatt Qualley immediately challenging him. And now it looks like that Qualley's going to try to maybe take this race lead here. He's going to have help from 2 Mercs and Kitsune and Kelsey, and Wyatt Qualley to the race lead, but how long will that last? It's going to get moved up from the inside line. Now, the inside line leader will be Haitaka Kitsune in the 38 for Rock Car Racing, filling for the injured Arthur Xavier. Could she pick up what would be a shock win here at Riki? Jackson Kelsey also sitting in third as Kitsune moves to the lead. Kelsey is searching for his second win. He won earlier this season at Delaware. Wasn't enough to get him a chase spot. He's now looking on Kitsune for the lead here at Riki. McFadden also waiting in the wings. Logan Williams right there. Leland Hill, Riley Wilkin, Noah Clifton all on this inside line. As Kelsey's going to move up to the middle to pick up Felix Jansen. That's going to allow McFadden on the inside. Logan Williams, is he thinking about 4 wide here? Williams, right, logically does not try to push that, as McFadden now goes to the lead as Kitsune bounced off the wall. Logan Williams now to his inside. Zachary DeLello pushing him. And now I think DeLello can think about a move as Logan Williams goes to the race lead. Yeah, DeLello's going to make his move here as Kelsey's now scraping along the wall. McFadden bounces off the wall there. Everyone keeps this clean as DeLello now going for the lead with help from Leland Hill, and then 3 chasers and Wilkin, Pendergast, and Clifton. Now here comes Hill. Hill makes it 3 wide and Leland Hill goes into the race lead. They head through the tri-oval. Riley Wilkin moves up to the outside. Pendergast down onto the inside. Clifton also up here. These are the only 3 chasers that are up here. As there's also Wyatt Qualley. As Pendergast now into second. He can chase after Leland Hill. Try to get that race win. A chaser has still not won yet here in this Season 2 chase. All 3 road courses were won by non-chasers. As Leland Hill has really gapped this field. Pendergast doing his best to try to hunt him down. It was like Maine with Reed earlier after the restart, as now Jansen, Lowell, Reed himself, Clifton, Qualley, Wilkin, Williams, McFadden, Floor, all of these guys in this pack, as Pendergast puts a pretty aggressive block on Reed, but he can't quite make it stick. And I think that's going to give second place off to Anderson Reed. It will. Toyota 1-2 here now at Riki. So Reed is now going to try to first clear Pendergast, of which he will now through 3 and 4. And now, hopefully, given that Lowell doesn't try to make a move, which I think she will, Lowell's moved Reed out of the inside line, and I think she wants second for herself. Filling for Devon Fair, who won this race, the first Riki race, earlier this season in a thriller finish with Ryan Keith. Now she's up into second, but has Felix Jansen right on her quarter time. Leland Hill has really pulled away. I think that if these guys keep fighting, then Hill will be able to keep his lead, as Jansen now looking for a way around the 14. Logan Williams, Riley Wilkin, and Jackson Main are now right behind her. Williams going to drop to the inside. Lowell's going to pick it up the 7 and then move up back to the high line to pick up Jansen. Tari Lowell controlling the lanes here of this pack, but she is not the leader. That is Leland Hill, who has made a huge gap back to this pack. 1.5 seconds, the advantage for Leland Hill, as Jackson Main with a huge run through 3 and 4. He's up into second now. Jackson Main hunted down and caught Anderson Reed originally, and now he's going to try to go after Leland Hill, as Hill's going to get tripped up a bit by Kevin Hulkenberg, a lap car. Is this what Jackson Main needs to catch Leland Hill? The question is, how long will Hulkenberg hold up the 60? He's coming quick. Jackson Main is absolutely flying. As contact, Clifton around. Noah Clifton goes around, tagged by Wyatt Floor. He's going to slide down to the inside of the track. Is the yellow out? Yellow flag is out here with only 5 laps to go. Leland Hill's going to lead them back. Jackson Main second. Anderson Reed's going to get third as this lead pack is tripped up by the lap car of Hulkenberg. And more disaster for another chaser. Noah Clifton spins. Little damage on the 76, but that is still not what he wanted. So Lowell was scraping across the wall and then came down on Clifton. I don't think she thought he was there. They made contact. Floor also tags the 76. He goes around, but no one else hits him. 76 gets back going. Minimal damage, but still definitely a big damper on the spirits for that 76 team. We have 5 laps to go, so we should still have about one more restart. We'll bring you back to the action either when we're going back green or if we end up finishing this race under the yellow. So we are going to have a green-white checkered to decide who is going to be victorious here. We actually aren't going to have a green-white checkered. We're going to have literally a green and the white. We're going to have a 1-lap dash to decide who's going to come out victorious here at Riki. No retirements, but Clifton has dropped all the way down to 22nd from that incident. Leland Hill in the 35 for pole position racing, trying to claim his first career victory. Jackson Main sits second, Anderson Reed third, Logan Williams fourth, Bailey Pendergast fifth, Felix Jansen, the top 6. All the top 10 are looking for their first career BOSC win, except for Ryan Benjamin. But you see, the pace cars pulled off. The white flag is displayed. It'll also be displayed with the green flag here. And we're going to have 1 lap to decide this. Green flag is out here from Riki. The top 3 stay under a blanket. That is not what Leland Hill wants. As here comes Jackson Main. He's going to drop to the inside early. He's going to try to get this lead through 1 and 2. But has he made his move too early? Jackson Main goes to the lead. But Logan Williams and Bailey Pendergast are going to be chasing him down on that inside line. Main clear into the lead. But heading through 3 and 4, Williams and Pendergast are going to get a run. Maybe not. Main, it looks like that he's got them covered. Logan Williams, Bailey Pendergast not getting a run. Coming to the checkered flag, Rock Car Racing are going to pick up another win at Riki. Jackson Main career win number 1 here at the Quebec-Cite 90. And that was definitely not what we expected. Jackson, Maine. First career win here for Rock Car Racing. They sweep the 2 Riki races. What a result for that 60 team. And still, no chasers have won so far in the Season 2 chase. Let's take a look now through your full finishing results. Jackson, Maine picks up the win. Leland Hill second. Logan Williams third. Bailey Pendergast the highest chaser in fourth. Then it's Anderson Reed, Felix Jansen, Wyatt Qualley, Ryan Benjamin, Jackson Kelsey, and Zachary DeLello rounding out the top 10. Hitaka Kitsune finishes 11th in her BOC debut. Then it's John McFadden, Tari Lowell, Patrick Starr, Vincent David, Tim Pitch, Riley Wilkin, Wyatt Ford, Noah Clifton, David Dixon, and Blake Inaki rounding out the top half of the field. Then it's Mitchell, Razana, Isip, and Hulkenberg, the finishers. Then Smith, Theo Spletzer, Kazami, Keith, Rollo, Crown, Hamill, Scott, Reeves, King, Stark, Llewellyn, Chrissy Spletzer, Tomioka, Davis, Hunter, and Cielo all out. So that has been all here from Riki Raceway. Until next time, where will be the Talladega doubleheader to decide the round of 8. This has been Ash Jacobson. We'll see you next time.